Welcome back to another Luanti mod review. Today we are looking at the ore deposits mod, which adds in, well, deposits of ore, essentially. So we have here coal, I don't remember what this one was, tin I think. Coal, tin, iron, copper, gold, diamond, and meese. Now, I cheated, I'll just be upfront. I went into creative mode and grabbed all of these out of inventory just to get them so we could look at them rather than wandering around in the depths waiting for them to appear. Because, yes, these are items that spawn in. So, here we have one of coal that just naturally appeared. And there used to be another coal one up here, but it may have since disappeared. It must have since disappeared because I don't see it there anymore. So these run on an ABM. So essentially the thought process behind it is you have mines, and the mines kind of get stripped of all the valuable resources. The easy to grab ones that are sitting out exposed, like this coal right here. Someone's running through a cave, they're just gonna mine out all of the stuff that's easy to find right on the surface. And of course, there's still all kinds of goodies hidden within the walls, but no one's gonna spend their time to dig through all the stone to try to find it. And you do get to a point at some point where they're actually just the resources just don't exist anymore. So this mod attempts to alleviate some of that issue. So these will just kind of randomly pop in. Looking at the code, there really is no height restrictions. So any stone can randomly just appear some of these ore spawns. Now they do occasionally despawn as well, so as to prevent them from kind of overpopulating a cave. You wouldn't want too many. It makes things a little too easy at a point. So as you saw here, I just harvested this coal one, and I got some cobblestone, some actual stone, and then I got some coal ore, which I now, of course, to get the actual coal, because you can't, I shouldn't have put all that into my inventory, you can't craft the coal block, I shouldn't say coal block, but the coal ore into anything. You have to actually place that, and then go ahead and break that to get the coal, which I already had some, so you didn't see how much I got from the drop. But yeah, we do that. I got a furnace down here. Let me just chuck the coal in there, and just to not have it in my inventory. I'll just throw that stone. It didn't work. Here, we'll just do this. I don't need the stone. So that was coal. Let's check out the tin. Oh no, the tin just disappeared on me. I was just gonna grab that. There is some randomness here, so we'll see on this one. I got an iron lump, 2 iron ores, and then just some cobble. So again, same as before. You have to break the iron ore to get the iron lump out of it. Nothing too unexpected there. It's what you would expect to see. Continuing on, the tin looks like I got 1 cobble, a stone, and a tin ore. The gold here, I don't know. I think I got a cobble, gold ore, and then a gold lump. Now you'll notice I am just using a stone pickaxe, and a stone pickaxe is not good enough to break either diamond or meese, so I still can't break those. So I'm gonna have to cook up some of this iron that I have to make an iron pickaxe. La di da di da, da 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 da, blah blah blah. I will just throw this out there. It probably could use a touch more balancing. It does make things pretty easy to find. Now it has been balanced a few times, obviously the initial balance, and then I was looking through some of the reviews, and some people were saying the same thing, that it was a little too easy to find diamonds. So the mod author said he did rebalance it, so it should be more likely to find coal than diamond, which is good. You don't want to make things too easy. Personally, I would think you would maybe want to put some height restrictions on it, so that you still have to go at least somewhat underground to get stuff, because right now, yeah, any stone anywhere does have the chance of spawning in these ore deposits. In my actual just kind of little bit of exploring I was doing here before I started recording. All I seen was the coal. Hey, here's some coal came back. So I don't know 100% how quick this stuff actually does come in. Obviously, you could look at the code and just see the intervals that the ABMs are running at, and that'll pretty much tell you exactly how often you should expect to see it. A little more coal there, some more coal up here. Going deeper doesn't increase your chances of finding anything or finding anything better. It's just kind of a roll of the dice, essentially. You know, just a random numbers game. Because it is ABMs, and I looked, and they're not doing the... Oh, hey, one just appeared there. They're not doing the... And there's another. They're not doing the catch-up function. So, essentially, that just means that when you go into a new area, you're not going to have the ABM firing multiple times to catch up for all the times that it didn't fire because the block wasn't active, which is good, because otherwise you would walk into an area and potentially you would just have a floor full of ore lumps, ore deposits, sorry, which you probably wouldn't want just for balance reasons. They do despawn though, as we saw with that tin that I had placed out. So of course you won't, or let me put it this way, you shouldn't ever have a case where you just sit around in a cave like here for a long period of time, you know, just letting it sit while you're not doing anything, and then you come back and just have a ton of free resources ready to be grabbed, because they should be despawning as they are initially spawning. I don't know what the two spawn rates were, if they were comparable or if they despawn more so than they spawn in. So yeah, not 100% sure on that. Again, it would be easy enough to just look at the code and check the intervals and the chances, and pretty much that would tell you everything. But yeah, from just this bit of running around here, I am seeing coal does seem to be very predominant, which as the, I guess we would say, the least valuable of the ores, although that's not really true, because in most cases, most games, you have to cook down your lumps into ingots, which generally speaking is done with the help of coal. So it is essentially as important as everything else. You just find a lot more of it, so it becomes a little less of a challenge to discover it more so than others. Hey, look at this. We got a bit of meese. Yay, we found some. Not that I was particularly looking for that, but it is good to see that that does also just naturally spawn in. So yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. As far as I can tell, this does only support my test game, well, and its derivatives. Anything that uses the default mod, it looks like it's only supporting the ores from default. Not to say that at some point in the future that may not change, but as of the time of this recording, it does appear to only support the ores from the default mod. But yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. So this was ore deposits. It is on the content database, so you can use the in-game content browser and install it that way. Or if you want to go the old school approach, I'll have all the links on my website, which will be linked down in the video description below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.